Most people think fear is out there, in the opponent, in the crowd, in the moment. But Kobe Bryant didn't see it that way. The greatest fear we face is ourselves. It's not about what's happening around you. It's about the voice inside that questions your worth, your dream, your courage. It's scary to want something so badly, to chase a dream that might not work out. Because deep down you wonder, what if I give everything I've got and still fall short? That fear of failure, of being exposed, of not being enough. That's what holds most people back. But not Kobe. Being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. Not for anyone else. For yourself. When you're down by 1 and there are 20 seconds on the clock, do you want the ball in your hands? Kobe did. Every single time. Absolutely. I'm not afraid to fail. I just love it. It's an adrenaline rush. To him, missing was never the enemy. Not trying was. Because missing is just part of the journey. It's the price of greatness. He would swing big and sometimes miss big. But that didn't matter. That's how you grow. He'd look at the defender, lock eyes with him, not to taunt, but to feel that moment. To sense the doubt in their body language. You love that defeated look, don't you? Oh yeah, absolutely. He thrived on it. That challenge, that moment of truth, that was fuel. But behind that fire was something deeper. Emotional control. Kobe knew fear. He knew nerves. He didn't pretend they didn't exist. He embraced them. It's not about avoiding fear. It's about unpacking it. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Letting down your teammates? Missing the shot? Being laughed at? And then what? Once you strip it all down, you realize it's just your imagination running wild. The real fear? It's never the failure itself. It's the meaning you attach to it. So instead of being consumed by pressure, Kobe chose the center. The calm. The moment. If you play with the fear of losing, you've already lost. But if you stay in the moment, you're free. In 2008, Kobe Bryant stood at a crossroads. He had just led the Lakers to the NBA Finals, only to lose. The dream of a championship had slipped through his fingers. For most, that would be enough to break their spirit, to send them spiraling into blame, excuses, or quiet defeat. But not Kobe. That night, alone in a hotel room, he didn't just feel disappointment. He felt something much deeper. That loss was a turning point. He didn't just look at the scoreboard. He looked inward. If his teammates weren't aggressive enough, if they weren't locked in, then that was on him. That was his responsibility too. And that realization lit a fire inside him, a fire that wasn't fueled by inspiration or positivity. It was fueled by rage. I had to understand what they were going through as people, what they were feeling. And then, how do I take this anger, this frustration, and turn it into something that drives us? Most people run from emotions like sadness, frustration, even resentment. Kobe ran toward them. Use the darker emotions as a weapon. Yes, he said it. Use your sadness. Use your anger. Channel your pain. That's Mamba Mentality. See, real power doesn't come from fake confidence or shallow motivation. It comes from embracing everything you feel, even the emotions that scare you, and learning to own them. That's how you become unstoppable. People are afraid to tap into that side of themselves. But once you own it, the sky is the limit. The pain, the shame, the losses, those aren't your enemies. They're fuel. Kobe knew that in order to lead, he had to feel. He had to carry the burden. He had to feel the loss deeper than anyone else, not to wallow in it, but to rise from it. Because greatness isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about looking defeat in the eye and saying, not today. You won this time. But now, I'm coming back with something stronger than skill. I'm coming back with purpose. Kobe didn't need applause. He didn't need validation. He needed fire. And in those darkest moments, sitting in silence, replaying every possession, every mistake, he found it. And once he did, nothing could stop him. It was supposed to be just another play. A move Kobe had done 1,000,000 times before. But this time something snapped. He fell. Got back up. Fell again. As soon as I made the move, I knew it. His Achilles had ruptured, one of the most devastating injuries an athlete can suffer. And, in that moment, everything went quiet. No crowd noise. No cheers. No commentary. Just silence. That silence? That was fear. Not fear of pain. Kobe could handle pain. This was different. This was the fear that maybe this was it. Maybe after 17 seasons, 5 championships, MVPs and battles fought year after year, maybe the story was over. He sat in the locker room and cried. He wasn't ashamed of it. He was human. This injury was my Mount Everest. He knew the road ahead would be brutal, physically and mentally. He knew the doubts would come. The whispers. The questions. Can he come back? Is this the end? Should he just walk away? And worst of all, the voice in his own head asking, can I even do this again? In that darkness, Kobe turned to writing. He posted a raw message to his fans. No filters. No PR spin. Just pain, frustration, and fire. All the training and sacrifice just flew out the window with one step. The frustration is unbearable. The anger is rage. He vented, but then something shifted. After the storm passed, after the pain was laid bare, came clarity. He wasn't done. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Find the silver lining, and get to work. And so he did. Not by looking at the top of the mountain, but by focusing on just one step. If you stand at the base of Everest and look up, you'll quit. It's too big, too far, too much. But if you just take the next step, and the next, eventually you'll look up and realize you've made it. That was his approach. Not, I need to come back stronger than ever. Not, I have to prove them wrong. Just take the next step. One day of rehab. One set of exercises. One rep. 1 hour. One challenge. Over and over again. And that's the truth most people miss. Greatness isn't about one big moment. It's about thousands of small decisions when nobody's watching. It's about showing up on the worst days, when everything hurts and doubt is louder than hope. I didn't want the injury to tell me when I was done. I wanted to decide that. So Kobe didn't quit. He didn't run. He didn't fold. He rose, not by magic, but by discipline. By will. By taking one step at a time. People ask him all the time, how did you become fearless? How did you overcome failure? And Kobe's answer? He didn't overcome failure. He erased it. Failure doesn't exist. To most people, that sounds crazy. But to Kobe, it made perfect sense. See, failure only becomes real when you stop trying. When you fail on Monday and give up on Tuesday, that's failure. But if you fail on Monday and try again on Tuesday, that Monday wasn't a failure. It was part of the process. My brain can't process failure. It just won't. If I ever had to look in the mirror and tell myself I'm a failure, that would be worse than death. To Kobe, every missed shot was a lesson. Every bad game was a chapter. Every injury, every setback, every dark moment. None of them were the end. Because the story never ends. Everybody wants a happy ending, right? But the truth is, even after the happily ever after, there's more. 2 months later, Snow White and Prince Charming have an argument. He's sleeping on the couch. That's life. The story continues. You don't get one moment of success and then ride off into the sunset. It doesn't work like that. You win a championship? Great. Now, the target is on your back. Now what? You lose? Okay. What are you going to do about it? Because Kobe didn't play for validation. He didn't play for applause. He played because it was a war against himself, and he was going to win. Even when life knocked him flat, when his Achilles tore, when the media wrote him off, when age and time caught up to him, he never let the moment define him. He defined the moment. And maybe the most powerful example? That dream. I used to dream I was on the court, attacking the basket, and I couldn't jump. I was stuck, cemented to the ground. I was aware I was dreaming, and I still couldn't move. He fought through that dream just like he fought through life, like heavy, soul tired, body in pain. But he kept pushing. Because greatness isn't glamorous. It's not highlight reels and trophies. It's early mornings, sleepless nights, injuries, doubts, setbacks. It's the work no one sees, the pain no one feels, the quiet moments when you whisper to yourself, I'm not done yet. And that's what the Mamba mentality really is. It's not about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about outworking your fear, outlasting your pain, outliving your excuses. So the next time you fall hard and life feels like it's over, remember this. If you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. Because Kobe never quit. He never feared. And he never, ever accepted failure.